Oh, hey everybody. Welcome back to Muscoot Farm. My name is Jonathan Benjamin, and today I thought it would be good to read the popcorn book. But if you stick around after the video, you can see Dr. Macdonald, and he's gonna have a popcorn experiment. So let's get started. I'm gonna grab one more piece of popcorn here. Today, we're gonna read the popcorn book by Tomie dePaola. And now a word from our sponsor. Mom, can we make popcorn? Yes, the popcorn's in the refrigerator. Yummy! I wonder why Mom keeps the popcorn in the refrigerator. I don't know. I'll go look it up. Ah, here it is. Popcorn is best stored in a tight jar in the refrigerator so the kernels keep their moisture. Boy, this is interesting. Listen. Popcorn is the oldest of the three main types of corn. There's field corn, which we feed to the animals like cattle and pigs, sweet corn, which is the kind we eat, and popcorn. The indigenous people of the Americas discovered popcorn thousands of years ago. The Aztecs called popcorn mamachitl and used it for food and decoration. The Lucayan people of present-day San Salvador ate and sold popcorn and used it as jewelry. Before they first arrived in the 15th century, Spanish colonizers had never seen popcorn before. First, I heat up the pan. But popcorn is even older than that. In a bat cave in New Mexico, archaeologists found some popped corn that was 5,600 years old. And 1,000-year-old popcorn kernels were found in Peru. They could still be popped. Now, add the cooking oil. The indigenous peoples of the Americas had many different ways to pop popcorn. One way was to put an ear of corn on a stick and hold it over a fire. Oiling the cob could keep the kernels attached even when they popped. The ho chunk, also known as the Winnebago, were particularly fond of oiled popcorn on the cob. Another way was to throw the kernels right into the fire by the handful. The popcorn popped all over the place, so there was a lot of bending and running around to gather it up. Okay, now that it's hot enough, let's add a few kernels. The people of the Iroquois Confederacy popped corn in clay pots. They would fill the pots with hot sand, throw in some popcorn, and stir with a stick. When the corn was popped, it came to the top of the sand and was easy to get. People of many indigenous nations were fond of popcorn soup. Soup? The Algonquins introduced popcorn to English colonists. The colonists liked it so much that they served popped corn for breakfast with cream poured on it. Today, Americans consume 14 billion quarts of popcorn annually. That's 43 quarts per person. 30% is eaten out at movies, ball games, and county fairs, but 70% is popped right at home. Oh, goody, the kernels are popping. That means the oil must be ready. People in the Midwest buy more popcorn than in any other part of the United States. Milwaukee and Minneapolis are the top popcorn eating cities, followed by Chicago and Seattle. Now, I'll put more kernels in the pan and turn up the heat. Now, here's the part I read first. Popcorn is best stored in a tight jar in the refrigerator, so the kernels keep their moisture. If the kernels dry out, there will be too many old maids left at the bottom of the pan. Old maids are unpopped kernels. It doesn't look like enough. If the popcorn does dry out, you can add 1 or 2 tablespoons of water to the jar and shake it until the water is absorbed. Popcorn only pops because the heart of the kernel is moist and pulpy and surrounded by a hard starch shell. When the kernel is heated, the moisture turns to steam and the heart gets bigger until the shell bursts with a pop. Are you sure you didn't put too much popcorn in the pan? Of course not, silly. Some people tell the story that inside each kernel of popcorn lives a little man. When his house is heated, he gets so mad that he blows up. There are different kinds of popcorn. White, hull-less, and yellow hull-less are the ones most commonly sold in stores. The smallest type is called strawberry because it has red kernels and the ears look like strawberries. Rainbow has red, white, yellow, and blue kernels. It is sometimes called calico. There is black popcorn too, but all of it pops white. The biggest kernels are called dynamite and snow puff. Shake, shake, shake. After popcorn is popped, most people like to put melted butter and salt on it. But if salt is in the pan before the kernels are popped, it makes the popcorn tough. Shake, shake, shake. There are many stories about popcorn. One of the funniest and best known comes from America's Midwest. One summer, it was so hot and dry that all the popcorn in the fields began to pop. In no time at all, the sky was filled with flying popcorn. It looked so much like a blizzard, everyone put on mittens and scarves and got out the snow shovels. Help! I have a blizzard too. I knew you put too much popcorn in the pan. Okay, if you're so smart, what do we do now? I know. The best thing about popcorn is eating it. Again, that was the Popcorn book by Tomie dePaola, and I think we've got all this popcorn here, so I'm gonna go back to eating this popcorn, and if you stick around, you'll see a video from Dr. Macdonald. We hope you enjoyed your day, and please come back and see us again soon. Thanks. Oh, hi everybody. Welcome back to Musk Creek Farm. I am Dr. Macdonald, and I have an experiment for us today. You don't really need a lot for this experiment. It's a pretty fun one too. This experiment is called hopping corn. So we've all heard of popcorn and popping corn, but this is hopping corn. So the only thing you really need is a glass container or something that you can see through, vinegar, baking soda, water, and food coloring if you want to make it fun. And of course, our popcorn here, our corn kernels. So, we're going to start with our 5 cups of water. So we're just going to slowly pour that water in. Nothing special about it, just regular old water. And because we like to do some fun, crazy stuff here, I'm going to add some food coloring. You can choose whatever color you want. This is actually called grass green. So I'm going to add that in there. And then we are going to just stir that around and give it a fun green color there. Great. So, like I said, this was 5 cups of water. And to that, we are going to add 4 tablespoons of baking soda. So I'm going to put that in here, and it's going to go right in. And then I want to stir that up. And as I stir that up, I really want to make sure that I get every little chunk and piece of the baking soda dissolved. And as we do this, you want to kind of let it sit to where it almost becomes clear again. So we're going to stir this around for a little bit, and then you'll see that it gets pretty much back to clear. All right, so we are fully dissolved. We've got our water, our baking soda, our food coloring. Now we're going to take a handful of corn. Now this is corn that you can get at any old grocery store. This is basically just popcorn before you pop it. So we're just going to sprinkle in this. And lastly, we are going to add our vinegar. So what do you think is going to happen when we put this vinegar in this solution? Well, let us find out. So if we keep an eye on the corn, we'll see that it all rose up to the top really quickly. And that is because whenever we put the vinegar in with the baking soda, it created a gas which made all those float. But what we're hoping for now is that they will hop. The corn will hop. So what we'll do is we'll just keep an eye on the corn, and it should kind of cannonball down and up and come up and down due to, like I said, the gases that are in the liquid we have right now. And I just saw one go down and come back up. And there's another one. So this is a pretty fun thing to watch because we're not doing anything. We're not making anything happen other than just letting those natural gases kind of put bubbles around. You can see one go down and come right back up. And so that is what you're getting with the baking soda and the vinegar. And again, this is called hopping corn. And if you want, even you can kind of stir it around, and when you stir it around, you'll see that we'll get more of that kind of hopping. They're gonna go down and up and up and down. And this effect usually lasts for a couple of minutes. You could always dump it out whenever you're done and try it again, and just keep adding. And again, as I just did, if you feel like you want to, you can stir it around a little bit, and that'll get everything moving around. But I think it's a pretty cool thing to see, and try it at home and then let us know how it went. And we hope you had a great day, and we hope you enjoyed hopping corn.